everybody. Hello, Tiff. I haven't seen you in a little bit.
I know, it's been a few days, and I have to say, I wish I could be in studio today more than any day during this pandemic, because you had a pretty big weekend, Miss Molly Faye.
I did have a pretty big weekend. I am getting married, and he proposed. I said yes over the weekend. His name is Ross. Yeah, and we actually got a chance to celebrate with you, which I'll talk about in just a second. But we have a really good friend who set us up. And what's funny about it, and our boss said, do not show this picture coming up on the show. But since he's not here in the building, I'm just going to
do what you want.
Yeah, I can do what I want. So my friend said,
that one?
When I said, I don't know, I'm not so sure, she said, he's a Bears fan. And I was like, you buried the lead. If you had told me that first, then I would have been all in right from go.
It's so funny though. So you guys, I mean, you've been dating for a while, which you're very private with your private life, but it was funny because I think it was like your second or third date. You had come to a birthday party of mine. And at one point, you and I were kind of over in the corner. I remember he was over at the jukebox, like getting some music going or whatever. And you came over and you were like, you know, what do you think? What do you think? And I said to you, I'm like, I know this is kind of crazy, but I think he's the one. And you turned to me. Do you remember what you said?
I said, I think so too. Is that what I said?
Yeah, that's exactly what you said. And we both looked at each other like, this is crazy.
Yeah.
And I obviously, I think you felt that way ever since.
Yeah, that's really cute. And I trust you. I go to you for so much advice, and your opinion was so important to me. And the fact that you said that was really fascinating, and so early. I mean, that you had that gut feeling. Now, the Bears picture, I don't want to offend anyone. My boss is like, you're going to alienate every single viewer you've ever had. But it is kind of a cute a bond that we have, that we're both such huge Bears fans. And yeah, so there you go.
You're going to have to stick together because you're outnumbered here. So
For sure. Absolutely. But yeah, thanks so much. I wish you were here in person.
You got to show the ring, though. Oh, because this is like exactly your style ring. Look at that.
Yeah.
The fact, I mean, obviously he knows you so well. This is everything like what you wear, everything you adore. It's absolutely gorgeous.
Thank you, Tiff. I appreciate that. Thank you. And a huge shout out to David Liska about the ring. But thank you so much. And I know you're going to now share reasons why finding love and dating over 50 is the best. And I'm happy you're going to talk about this.
Well, it's interesting because, you know, they talk about just the magic of finding joy and love in general, and they talk about specifically over 50. And the reason being is there's so many things that are different about your life that in your 50s, you're kind of over all the societal pressures. And that's the first one, is there's just fewer pressures, right? You've lived through your 20s, your 30s, your 40s, where everybody's like, you know, you've got all these steps and milestones you have to fulfill. Like, are you going to have kids? Are you going to do that? So that's one of them. Another one is confidence in what you want. You're very comfortable in saying it and announcing it. And they're like, not only in, you know, out in public and in the relationship, but also in the bedroom.
You had to go there, didn't you? I like how you're looking down when you say that.
It's on the list. They say over 50, you definitely treasure the small things. And I think everybody's started to do that now a lot more. And this one was my favorite. They say you fall for the current you. When you're younger, you're still changing, you're still evolving. And we obviously are still, you know, in 50s, but you truly know who you are, and you've fallen for the current version of yourself.
Well, only you could call me out about my age on a day where I'm announcing big news. But it's so true, Tiff. I think, you know, I've told you, you know, somebody told me once, be the person you want to attract. I also had a friend who suggested write a list of what you want to find in someone, and make sure they check most of those boxes. I finally made a list like that a while ago. But I do think when you're a little bit older and you can see the second half of your life, what you look to is growing old with someone, and you also look at who's somebody who I really want to spend my time with. And I wish that for everybody to find joy in a partnership. I think we find it so often in friendships. And so I think if you find a relationship that feels like a great friendship, you're doing all right over 50 or whenever. Because in your 20s, 30s, 40s, you're right. You're trying to figure out who you are. So
yeah,
it's good stuff. All right, it's our sound off question today. At what age do you think relationships are the best? Tell us about it.